All right, so not the first time he has been the #1 bantamweight contender, but most would argue this is a totally different beast than the man who arrived in a championship setting prior. Your thoughts on the #1 contender coming in here tonight?
You know, when you get here, you find an opportunity to try and become the man. But if it doesn't work out, you got to find your way back. That's exactly what this guy did. Not many believe that he would find his way back to this championship. He has. But now he understands that this will be the last chance. The last chance to become the champion. He cannot miss this opportunity. It's all or nothing for this guy walking into the octagon.
As some might say, don't be Russell Westbrook, right? Don't get to the NBA Finals one time, you gotta get back.
Twice. You gotta get there twice.
Well, a lot of people believe that when career is said and done, Umar Nurmagomedov could go down as one of the greatest bantamweights of all time. Injuries have been a part of the narrative, right? Had a main event against Corey Sandhagen that figured to be a great litmus test for him at 135 pounds. Was forced out of that fight due to injury. But not only is this man undefeated, he is one of the best, most versatile finishers in the UFC bantamweight division. Sometimes he's late for practice at the American Kickboxing Academy, but no, he is one of the hardest workers in the space, and skill for skill, not just one of the best bantamweights in the world, maybe creeping on that pound-for-pound list if he can get through some of these bigger challenges in this loaded bantamweight division. Well, so much UFC history has played out here at T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. Plenty more where that came from tonight. The athletes are ready to go. Our tale of the tape for this bantamweight championship fight. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Bantamweight Championship of the World. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Renan Barao. And now introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, presenting, leading, defending, undisputed UFC Bantamweight Champion of the World, Umar Nurmagomedov.
Herb Dean, our referee for this one. All right, so here we are in Las Vegas, Nevada, inside the T-Mobile Arena. This has really become the UFC's home base here in Vegas since 2016, and you competed on that inaugural night. UFC 200 was a big one.
I got to stand across the octagon from one of the greatest fighters of all time, Anderson Silva. But the roof was blown off at UFC 200. So many stars and legends competed on that night. I'm glad I was able to stand amongst them tonight. You get to make your mark on this great arena.
Trying the flying knee there. All right, so a quiet pedestrian start to this fight, DC. Maybe too much respect on both sides. What do you see?
Too much respect, and you saw it in the build-up. They were hugging at the weigh-ins. It's almost like we're watching friends. You guys are here to fight. Get going. Start to implement the game plan that you worked on over the course of the last 8 weeks of the fight camp. Ooh, head kick lands, was hurt.
Yet another huge kick lands. Throwing that low kick. Midway through round one. That leg kick lands. Oh, there's the swing and there's the miss by Barao. Making all these shots count. Nice positional control here. Well, pretty good work off of the bottom here by Renan Barao.
Look at that. Recognizing he's about to lose position.
Nurmagomedov's in half guard. Well, he's worked very hard on this part of his game, and these ground strikes are really starting to take their toll. Oh, and there's another ground strike for good measure.
Oh, nice right hand by the champ, yeah.
A lot of top pressure being applied here as he works out of side control.
Nice sub attempt.
Oh, he's got the Kimura locked in. Oh, he's out of danger.
Great submission defense. He was able to take his arm out and stay safe.
Well, we'll see if he postures up and can get some of his ground strikes going here.
Quick jab lands there. Cannot take those leg kicks clean like that.
Well, one got through. That kick was blocked. Final seconds here. Huge connection by him there.
He needs to get on his bicycle, John. He needs to get into space so that he doesn't get finished.
Okay, no problem. Relax. Takedowns didn't go your way last round. We know how to fix it. I want you to pretend you're going to exchange with this guy.
All right, so we now look back at some of the action from that previous round, DC. A lot of good highlights on both sides.
I mean, a lot of good highlights from both competitors. They both should be very proud of what they accomplished. But I'm telling you, man, I'm not sure they can keep this up. If they land at this clip for another 5 minutes, somebody's going to sleep.
You ready to fight? You ready?
Round two here. All right, next round is now underway. Hopefully the action continues at a high level. Pretty good first 5 minutes.
Pretty good first 5 minutes. Both of them can really pick it up. Let's see who decides they're going to lead the dance as we go forward.
Oh, he lands the flying knee. Oh, he lands a huge kick here. Effective punch there by Barao. His opponent in a world of trouble.
Such a sneaky head kick. He did not recognize it was coming high, and now he's got him hurt bad. Oh, good knee.
All right, well, good news is he rocked him. Bad news is he wasn't able to finish the job, and now his opponent's back in the fight. I
mean, you don't get those opportunities very often. You got to take full advantage of them when they're presented to you.
So he's really starting to put together some significant body shots here. These are going to take their toll as this fight goes on. Under 3 minutes here to go in the round. The takedown is not there. Barao gets hit with a kick. That one appeared to land flush. His opponent's really on the ropes.
His opponent's on Beat Street. He's hurt so bad. I don't know what he's going to do to stay in this fight. Notice the drive. Look at how they drive the knee right into the midsection. Oh, nice. Game of inches right there. Wow. It was a good night if that landed.
Well, he works his entire striking game off of that. Crowd continues to sway with every huge shot being landed. Back and forth we go.
Oh, stuck in the guillotine.
Oh, looks like that submission's almost locked in.
Starting to get pretty deep here.
Oh, what a beautiful, seamless transition to side mount as he counters the...
Good job by the champ there. Sliding back out.
All right, working on the ground here. His opponent's feet on the hips. All right, so he continues to land, and not exactly what we thought we would see in this one tonight, but the wrestler willing to stand and trade and proving to be able as well.
Yeah, it's out of the ordinary. Usually this guy level changes to take you down very early in fights, but tonight he is showing that he is comfortable in the striking, and he is on point with his striking. They've worked very hard to improve his stand-up skills, and it's showing right now. Getting him out here.
Final seconds of the round. Well, this is a tough fighter to buck off. Very good pressure and work here by Nurmagomedov. All right, round 3 coming up next. All right, there's the horn. The round is over, but not before he was cut on his nose from the strikes in that round. Back to the stool. Cut man is in. Should be able to shut that cut and prevent it from becoming an issue moving forward. But, of course, as soon as he gets struck in that next round, it could open back up. All right, back to the stools for 60 seconds. That gives us a chance to re-rack some replays, including what we believe is the strike that caused the cut on his nose.
Yeah, beautiful strike that lands, causes this cut, opens him up on the bridge of the nose. It's not a bad cut, but if he continues to go forward, his opponent is a sniper, and he's going to keep hitting him in that same spot. Move your head. Really choose the...
I'm not sure his opponent knows where he is.
No, he is on Beach Street right now. He's seeing Tweety birds over the top of his head. When you take a hook like that, you are on wobbly legs.
Oh, shot to the body connects there. He hasn't really thrown too many body strikes in this fight, but now, as this fight goes on, he is not discriminating, working the body, and those shots are going to count. Just missed with the left there. Well, maybe he'll look to set up that hook again.
Look at the redness on his body, man.
Oh, and now the underhook, DC.
He's got the underhook, he's got the far side post. If you're the opponent, you have got to get out of here.
Back and forth we go.
He's back in the clinch.
And a nice job at least staying upright on that. Just over 3 minutes now to go. Oh, hook to the head by Barao.
Right back in the clinch. Look for the backhand to get very active. Big shot to the head.
Oh, he's really starting to apply pressure on his opponent here. Different approach here in the last couple rounds, and it's the exact sense of urgency that you want to see from a fighter. Take the judges out of it. Barao's blocking pretty well now, so an adjustment made by the fighter to protect that already significantly damaged nose. Oh, man, that left side is getting beat up now. Look at the redness there. Nice spinning attack there, and able to land to the body. All right, single collar tie now. Barao gets hit with a kick. Oh, there he goes, attacking that lead leg to the outside. Nasty kick there.
Nasty leg kick. You gotta slow down your opponent. He knew his opponent wanted to move a lot tonight. This is the first step in getting him to slow down and fight at your pace.
Under a minute now to go.
Way to hide that leg kick.
All right, so look at that. A cut has been... Oh, hip toss to get him down. All right, side control now. We'll see if he can advance position.
He's going to start trying to move to a submission here. It looks like he's trying to attack the arm triangle.
Oh, looks tight to me. Oh, he got out. How good is that?
This guy is so aware. He never leaves anything long to allow for himself to get subbed.
That's 3 rounds. We're now headed to the championship rounds. All right, so that's the end of the round. Pretty significant damage done in that round. Cut on the cheek, sustained there from that strike. Now the cut man's got to get in there and close that thing up. Better to be below the eye than above it, sure. But nonetheless, this could be a factor now moving forward. All right, so there's the end of the round. The storyline over those previous 5 minutes. Volume takedowns, offensive wrestling.
Yeah, this is an exhausting type of fight. Not only for the offensive fighter, but also for the opponent. Always being under attack, always being defensive, always reacting starts to really wear at your gas tank. It's interesting to see who is more fresh going into the next round.
4th round now, fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. All right, so here we go with our 4th round of a possible 5, and a lot of fighters change up their training camp when they're fighting 5 rounds versus 3.
Yeah, you got to change it up. You have to mix things up because fighting for an extra 10 minutes is not normal. Guys don't do this normally. It's a 15-minute fight, so you have to do things physically and also mentally to make sure that you're ready to go that extra 10 minutes.
Well, he hasn't really showed any signs of slowing down tonight. He continues to connect.
You don't really stand after you take a head kick like this. That is such toughness to even be on his feet right now.
Oh, nice check on the leg kickoff right there. Takedown defense is there. Single collar tie now. All right, so now we start to see some bruising appearing on the torso, and all of that courtesy of the body work of his opponent.
Just the wherewithal to go to the body and the discipline to stay with that approach. I mean, it's just tremendous. You see a fighter with a high fight IQ following a game plan, and it's working.
Oh, Barao's pass attempt denied.
Beautiful ground and pound, and now he's got his opponent cut.
All right, into full guard here. Barao's going for an arm here. Ooh, that looks wicked tight.
It's getting tight now. He's advancing. Good job by the champ there. Sliding back out. All these actions, though, these big actions, got to wear on the gas tank of both guys.
Oh, heavy shots raining down.
Holy smokes.
What a fight! Make the bad man stop. A nice stoppage win for him here tonight, and the other side just couldn't handle the incoming assault. A flurry of punches, most of them upstairs, and when those big shots land repeatedly, the referee has no choice but to step in and call the fight. Bruce Buffer now with the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 18 seconds of round number 4. Declaring the winner by TKO, and still the undisputed UFC bantamweight champion of the world, Umar Nurmagomedov!
All right, so there he is, the still UFC bantamweight champion of the world, and you know these 135-pound contenders are all killers, and he disposed of them